don't want me, that's fine. Watch on my stomach get black, my ass get fat. Niggas gon' want me back. They gon' be sad, that's facts. You cute, but I'm cool on that. Loyalty's something you lack. I will not put up with that.
Hi guys, I'm Laura.
And I'm Lucy.
And welcome back to my channel. So today,
y'all gonna get some tea. I'm dead.
It's gonna be spicy and it's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be, let me tell you. Okay, so this video is gonna be a story time. And I've been like, I was not gonna do the story time, but like now I feel like I have to because homegirl is lying on my name. Period. So we're gonna call, this, like from the title, you should know what this video is about. Basically, the time my friend went to go flirt with the guy I was talking to. Homegirl did not do it once, not twice, but 3 times. Honey, but with sugar plum,
that we know of.
Times. Okay, let me tell. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the very beginning of like this, whole situation. And I'm gonna explain every event that happened. So, and she has like her parts and, so she's gonna say whatever she has to say. She can stop me whenever she wants, so yeah. So basically, I met this guy. He was a really nice guy. Like I said, he was a really nice guy. Everything was, cool. We were talking for like a couple of weeks. And I remember this was like back in December before school was, about to be over for winter break. And she left to go home early. She left like a week, not like a week early, but like...
I left like May 7th? Was this May? No, sorry.
This girl said May.
I'm thinking of something else, but I left like a couple weeks earlier than I'm supposed to, just because my classes were done.
Probably like, not even weeks, like a couple of days.
Oh yeah,
days, yeah. So she had gone back home, and I had she went on Saturday, and I had a final to take on Monday. So I remember my cousin, I usually go home with my cousin or like this one friend that we are going to call homegirl. Because I feel like if I look for like another name, I will mistakenly say her name. So we're going to call her homegirl, and we're going to call dude homeboy or dude. So I remember my cousin texted me talking about, I'm leaving on Monday or Tuesday, something, I don't know. But I decided to, go back home with homegirl. So the Saturday she left, it was like, I had like a bunch of friends over, and we were just, chilling in my room, because like most of like the people that go here was already home. So we were just in my room, chilling, having fun, listening to music, dancing and all that. And I remember dude calls me, and he FaceTimed me. And at that point, I'm like, should I pick up this call? Because homegirl was here. And I was like, should I pick up this call? Like, I don't know what to do. So I was like, let me just answer this call. So I pick up the call, and we start talking, and everyone is like, oh, Laura, who are you talking to? And I was like, yo, mind your own business. So they were like making a whole bunch of noise. And since she was not here anymore, I went in her room so I can talk to him without people disturbing my peace. So I went to her room, and we were just, talking, and I was talking with homeboy. We were having a whole conversation. And he was like, oh, I want to take you out on a date, but I don't know when you're coming home. So I was like, well, I'm not leaving with my cousin, so let me go ask my friend that I'm going home with to see when we're leaving. So, I make my way back into my room, and I'm like, hey, homegirl, like, when are we leaving? Homegirl, tell me why, y'all, you guys, let me tell you what homegirl said. Homegirl said, can I talk to your mans first, and I'm gonna tell you when we're leaving? I said, telling you when we're leaving unless I talk to the guy you're talking to on the phone.
Who
and
said
I
that?
was confused. I was like, first of wait, hold up. So I'm like, the fuck? And everyone in my room is like, their faces are like, the fuck? So I go back to Lucy's room and I'm like, that's not happening, because I know she has a past of, you know, stealing people's mans. So I'm like, that's not happening. So I go back to her room and I'm like, she wants to talk to you and I'm not letting you talk to her, because, you know. And he was like, why? Like, why does she want to talk to me before she tells you when you're leaving? I was like, I don't even fucking know. But I know she's trying to pull some shit. So, you know, the conversation, we were just talking. Then he's like, man, it would be really nice if I know when you're coming so I can plan this date, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, homegirl don't want to tell me. But I'm going to go ask her one more time. So I come in my room and I'm like, so you're for real not going to tell me when you're leaving unless you talk to dude on the phone? And she's like, yep. And everyone is like, the fuck? So I go back to her room and I pick up the phone. I'm like, can you talk to this girl for like 30 seconds? Like, I'm trying to see when I'm going home. And then he's like, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't see why she want to talk to me, but like, I can talk to her, I guess. So I come back in here with my phone and I give her the phone. And she's trying to start, you know, a whole conversation with dudes, like dude, like right in front of me. So I'm like, and he's like not really, you know, into the conversation. So he's answering the questions like, yeah, no, oh, okay. So then I take my phone and I'm like, okay, so can you tell me when we're leaving? You guys, tell me why this girl says. Are you ready for this? This girl said, I don't know. Like, so you don't know when we're leaving, but you want to talk to my dude. That's the whole reason why you said you were going to tell me. And now you're telling me you don't know when we're leaving. So I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. And everyone in my room is like, the fuck is going on? So I go back to her room, you know, I'm talking to him and he's like, that's really stupid. Like, if she doesn't know when she's leaving, why would she want to talk to me? Like, that don't make sense. So I told homeboy, I was like, you see, she has this thing where she, you know, likes to flirt with people's men. So like, that's why I didn't want you to talk to her in the first place. And he's like, wow, that's ass, you know. So that night, like, you know, after everyone leaves my room, I text Lucy. Mind you, she was not on campus. She was not in school.
Miss the tea.
Always. So I text her, I'm like, bro, Lucy, like, I have a really bad feeling about this. Like, I feel like homegirl is gonna do the same shit she's been doing over and over again. And she's like, what did you even say?
Oh, I think I didn't really take you seriously.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, just let it happen or whatever.
So I'm over here like, nah, like, I don't have a good feeling about this. Like, I'm, you know, but, you know, I decided to give her the benefit of the doubt. So
Wrong. Should have never done that, but
never. So
things happen for a reason.
they really do. So fast forward to, you know, when we were going home, she said she had to go to do something in school. Mind you, she doesn't even go to our school. She doesn't go here at all. So she said she had to go do something in her school. So I'm like, okay, I mean, that's fine. So she picks me up and, you know, we go to her school. I'm like, you know, sitting there for like a couple of hours. And the whole time I'm talking to dude, and he had this thingy going on in his neighborhood and he wanted me to be there. But that thing was at like 5. And the time she said we were gonna leave, like, we weren't gonna get home till like 6. So I was telling him that, like, I don't think I can make it because she has stuff to do. And, you know, since it's not my car, I'm like respecting her time. Like, I'm working with her schedule. So, you know, whenever I get home is whenever we can go see the movie. And he's like, okay. So in the car ride, I'm like, you know, super excited to meet dude. Like, you know, he's cute or whatever. So I'm really excited. And she's like, man, like, I need to, you know, meet like a new guy. Like, she was just telling me how she needed to, you know, go out more and meet new people and all that. And I'm like, girl, you're gonna find the right guy. Like, he's gonna come your way. Like, you know, whatever. So I get home at like 6 something. And then I text dude, I'm like, oh, I'm home, so I'm just gonna get ready and, you know, meet you at the movies. Mind you, I like share a car with my sister when I'm home. So she had told me that she was gonna come home that day. When I got home, you know, I was waiting for her to come home, and she calls me like, oh, I'm not gonna come home until Saturday because I have to do a couple of stuff with my friends. Like, I'm hanging out with my friends and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. So at that point, I need like a ride to the movies. And I didn't want homeboy to pick me up because I just like, I don't like it when like I have to, when someone picks me up from my house. You know, I'm African and my dad be looking in the window and stuff and we don't want no problem. So I'm trying to, you know, find a ride, and I was asking my mom and she was like, oh, I have to go to work at night, so I can't, you know, give you my car. And my other sisters are like, oh yeah, we work night shift today, so, you know, I can't give you my car. And I'm like, okay, you know, night shifts, they be paying good, so like, so I, like, my only option was to, you know, call her and ask if she can drop me off. So I call her, I'm like, hey, homegirl, like, you know, I need a ride to the movies. Like, are you down to, like, give me a ride? Like, if you're not, then that's fine, like, you know. And she's like, oh, no, I can come get you. And I was like, okay, thank you so much. So she comes to my house, you know, I get in the car. And I was, like, really nervous because, you know, I'm a really shy person. So I was kind of like, you know, so on the way I was telling her how, like, you know, I was super excited, but at the same time I was nervous to meet the guy. So we get to the movies and she's like, oh, do you want me to walk you in? And I'm like, oh no, you don't have to walk me in, I'm good. And she's like, no, I insist, I want to walk you in. And I was like, no. But then she gets out of the car and then I'm like, okay, whatever. So we're like walking and we're like halfway there. I'm like, I see him. And I'm like, no, like you can go back. And she's like, no, we're not there yet. I'm like, no, you can go back. Like, I'm fine. I see him, you can go back. And she's like, okay. So she turns around and I, you know, go meet dude. He was really nice. He was super cute. We ended up seeing 2 different movies. So the next day was Saturday, and in the morning, he texted me and he was like, oh, I really want to hang out with you again. Like, do you want to go to main events? Like, it's going to be super fun. And, you know, I didn't even know what the fuck main events was, because I be home 24/7, 365 days.
The African lifestyle.
Exactly. Like, you can't be going. And it's like, I went out last night, so like.
Yeah, you got to time your outings.
Exactly.
Like, African lifestyle is no joke. If you go out on Friday, you better be careful going out on Saturday. Like, you can't do that.
You can't be going out so many times in a row. That ain't it.
Yeah, your parents will be like, do you not like your life? Why are you always going out? You don't like your home. I pay bills for what? In their African accent.
And when you're inside, you're like, oh, you're always in this house. Huh? You won't go out and go meet new people. But the minute you go out, oh my God, you're going out at this time of the night? It's 8 o'clock. What are you going to do outside at this time? Anywho.
They complain a lot, but this isn't about African parents. That could be another story.
Exactly. That could be a whole other story. So, you know, he's like, oh, do you want to go to main events? It's like, you know, like a place with a whole bunch of games. Like, we can do laser tags, we can do bowling.
That was fun. It was fun. I've never been.
So it was, you know, it was a nice place. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I just have to finesse my way to come, because I went out on Friday, so it's kind of hard to go out on Saturday. So, and he's like, oh, so my friend wants to come. So do you have a friend that, you know, can tag along? And I'm like, you know, like most of my friends are like, you know, not here. They're like in high school. And like the friends that are kind of like the same age, they're like, you know, back in school, or like, you know, they're out of state for college, whatever, you know. I was making excuses. So then he's like, oh, what about the girl that dropped you off? And I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ, here we go. So then I'm like, yeah, she's cool. I'm gonna ask her and, you know, see. And in my head, I'm like, bro, I don't want to ask this girl. Like, I really don't want to. But I just felt like, you know, maybe she's, you know, different. Like, she's not going to do that, especially when she knows that I like the guy. Which I was wrong, because obviously the other times. So, I text her, I'm like, hey, so like you wanna go do like main events with me and this guy and his friend? And she was like, yeah, sure, totally. And I was like, well, I don't have the car like today, so like can you drive? And she's like, yeah, sure. And so I was like, okay, bet. And I was like, I'm gonna see if I can, you know, find a picture of him, like get a picture of him for you, so like, you know. So I asked my dude, homeboy, and I'm like, do you have a picture of your friend? Because I'm not about to set my friend up with some ugly ass nigga.
No offense.
No offense. So, he sends a picture, and dude was okay. Like, he was not my type, but he was okay. So, I send the picture to her, and she's like, oh, he's okay. And then I'm like, can I have a picture of you? And she's like, you can go on my Instagram and get one. I forgot something. So remember that, let's go back to the beginning when I was, you know, when homeboy FaceTimed me. The reason why I didn't introduce homeboy to all of my friends was because I was really trying not to get people in my business. I've had situations where there was way too many people in my business, and I'm not that kind of person. Like, I like to keep shit to myself. So I told them that I wasn't gonna give them his Instagram, his Snapchat, his Facebook, whatever. Like, they just knew his first name. Okay, let's go back to where we were.
And the relationship is like really new, so at that point you don't really want to bring anyone in, not even like your friends and stuff, until you establish something like it's between you and homeboy, not between you, homeboy, and your friends.
Yeah.
Like, what? Go on.
Okay, so she's like, oh, you can go pull a picture, like, you know, screenshot a picture on my Instagram, because she was at work. So I'm like, okay. Mind you guys, I don't follow this girl on Instagram. I only follow her on Facebook, and I have her Snapchat. I've never known her Instagram name. I've never been on her Instagram page. I have like nothing. I didn't even know she had an Instagram.
I'm waiting.
So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, man, she's not even my friend on Instagram, so let me just, you know, go on Facebook and pull up a picture. So I go on Facebook, I get a picture of her, and I send it to him. And then he sends it to his, you know, homeboy or his friend, whatever. So then we're like, okay, bet, like, let's, you know, meet up at this time. So it was finally time, you know, I got ready, and I'm texting her, I'm like, oh, where are you? What time are you, you know, getting me? She's like, oh shit, I'm like here, I'm in church, so I'm gonna like, you know, come get you in like a couple of minutes. And I was like, okay, that ain't no problem. So she comes to pick me up, and then, you know, we went to main events. So we go in, and, you know, I meet my guy, and she meets her, you know, the guy we, you know, brought for her. So we're sitting there, and, you know, I love French fries, y'all. If you know me, honey boo boo sugar plum, I can eat French fries for a year and not be tired. Like, I love French fries. So he orders me French fries, and, you know, I'm enjoying, like, life is good. I'm eating French fries. I was able to get out of the house without any questions. I was chilling. I was big chilling. So after that, we went to, you know, go bowl, and I can't bowl for shit. I can't bowl for nothing.
Language? You've been cussing this whole time. Yes. Bro, to the story. That ain't no problem.
That really ain't no problem, honey, but we should go plump. Go, you know, do laser tag, whatever. That was my first time doing that. I don't know.
Laser tag?
Yes, I have a whole video.
I want to go laser. I've
Look at
never been. Wow.
But we went, you know, and it was cool or whatever. So after that, we like separated. Like me and homeboy, you know, went to go play other games, and then her and the dude went to home dude went to go play their own games. So at that point, we like kind of got tired, so we came back and we're just sitting there, and he was taking pictures of me and shit, and I didn't even know. But then he showed it to me, and I was like,
cute.
And then I was like, oh, I look so cute, but delete it. Okay, so when we were just sitting there, he was taking my pictures, and then I see them, coming to sit kind of next to us. It was like a table with 2 chairs, and then the table again with 2 chairs. So I was sitting here with homeboy, and then she was sitting there with home dude. So she's like, oh my god, Laura, Cece is calling me. I think she's mad because I'm on a date. And I'm like, what? So my homeboy is like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm just like, I don't know. So she's like, she's calling me. Cece keeps calling me. Like, I need to go pick up her call. And I'm like, okay. So she leaves, and then my dude is like, is your friend gay? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, if she is, I would know. She goes to pick up the call, and she comes back. Remember this part, the whole call. Yeah, remember it. Really it's important in this video. So she comes back, and she's like, oh, I calmed her down, so she's fine. And I'm like, okay. So we're just sitting there, talking. And then this girl with like a nice ass body, nice ass walks by, and she's like, damn, she's fine as fuck. And so now my dude is like, nah, Laura, your friend is gay. You brought a whole gay girl to a date. And I'm like, I swear to God, I don't know if she's gay or not. I don't think she is, not that I know of. Mind you, there was stuff going on that like made us, think that she was gay or bi.
And she always denied it too. She's like, no.
And I told her, I'm not, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, bet, that ain't no problem. So then, after that night, she drops me off at my house. I, take a shower, and she texts me. You guys, let me know I don't know if you're subscribed to my channel, but let me know, comment below if you think this is fucking weird or fucking, I don't know, just let me know. So after the first time she meets homeboy, she texts me, and she's like, oh, can I have your dude's number for, Lucy, finish my sentence.
For emergencies.
That's what homegirl said, you guys. When we were at main event, she was doing the most. You guys, she was doing the most. So she texts me like, oh, can I have homeboy's number for emergencies? And I'm like, again, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. So I'm like, okay. So I gave, my mistake was I didn't, text him and be like, oh, she wants your number for this. So like, can I give it to her? So I just gave the number to her. And then she texts him, at 2:41 a.m. in the morning. In the fucking morning, you guys, in the morning. Why would you text someone's man at 2:41 a.m. in the morning? You know what you're about to do? That's like a whole booty call.
And she was like, oh, I texted him at that time because that's when I got the number. You couldn't wait until the next day? That's no excuse. Like, even if I give you the number at 5 a.m., that doesn't mean text the person at 5 a.m. Like, you can wait. But she was in a hurry for what? What was the emergency? Was she dying? Was she, like, what?
So, you guys. So, she texts homeboy, and homeboy takes a whole screenshot and sends it to me. Like, hey, why is your friend texting me? So, I'm like, oh, she asked for your number for, emergency. So, I gave it to her because, something might happen. Who knows the future? So he's like, well, I don't want her number on my phone because of, you know, what happened at main events, because she was doing the most. So he deletes the number off his phone, and you know, he never replied to her text message or whatever. So then, you know, we never met up after that until this one time, which I'm about to, you know. So a couple of weeks went by, and I was home for a month. So a couple of weeks, probably a week and a half went by, and you know, I would go to, you know, visit homeboy. I would go see him. I met his aunt, his uncle, his nephew, you know, and that was the most, you know, that was the furthest I've ever gone in you know, kind of a relationship. I've never been in a relationship. I relationships are not my thing. I never get past the talking stage. It's weird. I don't do nothing wrong. It's just that's how it is. I go with the flow, and then somehow something happens, and
they either get a new girlfriend, or it I don't even know. It's not something I can explain. Yeah. It's just I never get past the talking stage. And with this guy, I felt like I was going to, because I've never all the guys I've talked to, I've never met your family. But I did meet his family, so I was like, oh, I will not bring a guy to my house if I know this is not going nowhere. First of all, that's me putting my life in danger, bringing a whole dude in my house. So I'm not going to do it. If you're African, or if you just have strict parents, you'll understand what she's talking about.
Okay. So then, where was I even at? I forgot. I'm trying to remember.
You were telling us how you've met his his family members and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So from there,
don't
you guys go out again?
Yeah. So during that week and a half, I would go over to his place. We even watched Bird Box together when it first came out. We were cool. So anyways, you guys, I'm gonna cut this video here. If you want a part 2, let me know, because this is about to get juicy. I am gonna film the part 2, but comment this video. If you really want to see the part 2, the video. Part 2, there's probably gonna be a part 3 or a part 4, because this story is just.
And there might be other people added, just so that individual can tell their side of the story, but that's not a promise.
Yeah, we don't know that yet, because people are shy nowadays. Anywho, thank you guys for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoyed the story time. Part 2 is coming soon. Stay tuned and follow me on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram. Our name is gonna be on the screen or below the comment. I don't know. It's gonna be somewhere. So just stay tuned for this video. Anyways, have an amazing day and bye.